Hi Reddit. Something crazy happened to me. I'm not writing this for pity. I'm writing it because I genuinely believe someone reading this will avoid falling into the same trap I did. Maybe you'll pause. Maybe you'll double-check before you click. Maybe you won't ignore that sinking feeling in your stomach. I wish I had. Let me walk you through the worst 2 weeks of my life. Started like any other Wednesday. I live in Kiev. I'm a regular guy, 28, remote IT support for a logistics company based in Dnipro. Nothing glamorous, just routine stuff. Answering tickets, resetting passwords, reminding people to restart their damn routers. You know, that morning, I was sipping coffee in my kitchen, half watching the news on YouTube, when I got a push notification. Looked like it was from Daya. Legit tone. Ukrainian coat of arms in the icon. Bold red letters. Suspicious login attempt detected. Confirm activity immediately to prevent account lockout. There was a link. Normally, I don't fall for this crap. I even gave a little webinar last month for coworkers about phishing emails. But this? It looked real. The link wasn't some random nonsense. It was Ukrainian service for electronic documents or something like that. And the site? Identical. Same fonts. Same layout. Animations. Even the little noise it makes when you open it. Panicked. Maybe because I had just gotten my new salary transferred. Or maybe because my bank ID is connected to so many things. Privat24, my eSIM registration, my taxes. Hell, even the ownership of my apartment is tied to Daya. So I clicked. I typed in my phone number, my password. It asked for the confirmation code I got in SMS. I typed that in too. 2 seconds later, screen froze. A weird white page popped up saying, "System updating. Please wait." Then it closed. I opened the real Daya app. It asked me to log in again, but it wouldn't accept my credentials. Then I got a monobank push. Your card has been used for a transfer of 37,000 UAH. I blinked. Then came another. 17,200 UAH sent to card ending in 8145. Then 12,000 UAH spent on Binance. And then nothing. Just silence. I opened Monobank. Account balance. 477 UAH. Panic. Full blown. I called the Monobank support line. No human. Just the chatbot. I spammed help until I got someone. They were calm, too calm. Said they'd investigate. Asked if I'd given anyone my credentials. I said no, not anyone, just the Daya page. They said, "Was it the official Daya app?" I said I wasn't sure. They put me on hold. When they came back, they said the transactions were authorized from your device, using Face ID. I wanted to scream. No, they weren't. I didn't authorize anything. But they said, and I quote, "Unfortunately, if authorization was completed via biometric verification and the Daya token was used, we cannot dispute the transaction at this stage." That's when the weight of it hit me. It wasn't just that someone stole my money. They became me. The rabbit hole got deeper. Over the next 48 hours, I was locked out of Daya completely. Couldn't reset the password. Support said my phone number was not linked to the account anymore. I received 2 emails from 2 online loan services, Nova Grocer and Turbozame, thanking me for applying for credit. The applications used my real name, my tax number, my ID. I noticed a digital signature had been made under my name in the state registry, related to the transfer of 1/3 ownership of a condominium I co-own with my brother. Something about a gift agreement. My brother hadn't heard a thing about it. On Facebook, 2 posts appeared on my profile. One was a political meme mocking Ukraine's leadership, shared from a suspicious page with Russian flags in the comments. The other was worse, a vulgar post tagging a girl I used to date. Comments were already rolling in before I deleted them. I tried to explain to my employer what was happening. I had to take time off. My team lead just said, "Are you sure your computer isn't infected?" I wanted to throw it out the window. I went to the police. I thought they'd help. You know that image we all have? That in a crisis, someone in uniform will help you? That there's a system? Forget it. The district cybercrime office was in a gray building with flickering lights. The officer assigned to me didn't even look up from his phone for the first 10 minutes. He just handed me a form and said, "Write a full description. Attach screenshots." Bring logs if you have them. We'll open a case. I asked what happens next. He shrugged. Could take a while. A lot of cases like this lately. You clicked the link, right? I said yes, but I thought it was Daya. Another shrug. You gave permission. I felt sick. The banks were no better. I stood in line for hours at the Privat branch near Lukyanivska. The woman behind the glass barely listened. We cannot reverse crypto transactions. The transfers were confirmed using your token. You must resolve this through law enforcement. Back at Monobank, same answer. At the Ministry of Digital Transformation, no answer at all. Just a chatbot that kept asking if I wanted to change my driver's license. I spent an entire day at the TSNAP trying to regain access to my Daya. The clerk scanned my documents and told me to wait up to 14 business days for review. Meanwhile, my digital ID was still being used. I got an SMS saying a third loan had been approved under my name from a service called Shvidkogroshi. Total debt now in my name? About 118,000 UAH. But here's the worst part. The moment I snapped. Late one night, I was scrolling Telegram, looking for any mention of similar hacks. That's when I found it. A channel called Daya Fraud Victims Ukraine. Over 400 members. People like me. Screenshots of identical fake pages. Stories of accounts hijacked. One woman said she sold her apartment without ever signing a thing. A guy from Lviv had police at his door because someone used his identity for smuggling crypto. Another had his military deferment revoked because someone modified his profile. All of them had gone through the same pattern. The fake Daya page. The perfect clone. The malware. The SIM swap attacks that came later. We pieced it together. Someone, or some group, was exploiting a vulnerability in how Bank ID and Daya handled token authentication. And it wasn't just random hackers. It looked organized, timed, possibly even with insider access. Some users traced the IPs involved to hosting providers in Latvia and Russia. Others found that their phone eSIMs had been cloned just hours after the breach, meaning the attackers could receive SMS codes directly. We tried to go public. One guy contacted ICTV. Nothing aired. Another said he had a lawyer, but they stopped responding after a week. I'm not okay. I'm writing this now, 2 weeks after the breach. The salary is gone. The loans are hanging over me. My landlord believes me, thankfully, but my boss is reassessing my remote access. Daya is still not restored. My TSNAP request? Still under review. And I just got another email. Apparently, I'm the proud owner of a used 2014 Renault Logan registered in Kharkiv. I have never been to Kharkiv. I don't trust anything anymore. I unlinked everything from Daya. I deactivated Facebook, changed my phone number, started using a physical token for my bank logins. I check my credit reports daily, but I can't sleep properly. Every ping on my phone makes my heart race. Every unknown call, I wonder, is it another bank chasing a loan I didn't take? Or someone else pretending to be me? I still don't know how much they accessed. My digital footprint is everywhere. It's Ukraine in 2024. We all live in apps now. From medical appointments to military service records to tax payments. And one tap on a fake link was enough to unravel it all. I'm not okay. But that version of me, the guy who sat frozen in his living room watching his life get stolen in real time, he's gone. He died somewhere between the third fake loan and the fourth sleepless night. What replaced him was something colder, focused, dangerous. I wasn't going to sit in some government queue, begging for mercy while someone wore my identity like a Halloween mask. I was done waiting. I was going to find whoever did this and destroy them. The hunt began. I dove into the Telegram victim channel and started DMing people. Not just to vent, but to gather data. I compiled timelines, screenshots, transaction IDs, emails, fake loan documents, browser headers, SIM swap confirmations. Some of us still had fragments of malware in quarantine on our phones or PCs. I created a spreadsheet with over 200 victims. I cross-referenced IP logs from leaked emails, compared cloned websites, traced domain registrations. Most were hidden behind Cloudflare and Russian bulletproof hosting. Classic. But I found something. One phishing domain, diagovaccount.com, was registered using a domain privacy service in Estonia. That wasn't odd. What was odd was that the same domain admin email had previously registered a domain for a freight forwarding company based in Lviv. So I looked up the company. Fake. But the hosting account? Still live. With a misconfigured server. And someone forgot to turn off directory indexing. Boom. Jackpot. I downloaded a folder full of logs. Cookie sessions, admin panel screenshots, even phishing templates with timestamps. These guys had a full-scale operation. Dozens of cloned Ukrainian government sites. Pages for banks, telecom companies, even the military recruitment portal. But it gets better. One of the logs included a config file containing their Telegram bot token. The same one they used to collect victim credentials. With that, I traced it to a Telegram account that was still active. Its name? At sh3 Dowroot UA. Arrogant bastard even posted memes about Daya. I created a burner account and started chatting him up, pretending to be a script kiddie impressed by his work. Fed him compliments. Asked questions. He was careful, but cocky. Said he was based in Poland and untouchable. He wasn't. Through a friend from university who now works in cybersecurity at a telecom company, I pulled some strings. He helped me geolocate a device that had logged into at sh3 Dowroot UA's Telegram using an old Android phone. That IP matched a Kyivstar residential address in Ternopil. Still not solid. But we kept digging. Eventually, using leaked metadata and more social engineering, we narrowed it to an actual human, Taras D. 31 years old. Had a failed crypto startup. Got flagged 2 years ago for running a fake online tech school. His girlfriend's Instagram had vacation photos from Warsaw, but his phone kept pinging local towers near a garage in Ternopil. We had him. I took everything to a contact in the SBU. Yes, that SBU. You'd think they'd ignore it, but they didn't, especially not once they saw the scale of the operation. And the fact that some of the fake pages were spoofing military services. That got attention. Fast. They raided the place 3 days later. Taras wasn't just running it solo. He had a team of 5. A whole basement rigged with phones, SIM cards, crypto wallets, and routers chained through proxies. They had a printed list of over 1,200 Ukrainian IDs, many stolen through Daya and bank ID phishing. When they kicked the door in, the idiot was live streaming a tutorial on how to clone Daya pages for passive income. I didn't get to watch the arrest, obviously, but I saw the results. My phone lit up the next day. A special agent called me, said, "You were right. It's bigger than we thought, and you helped stop it." The aftermath. Monobank reopened my case. With SBU confirmation of the fraud, they agreed to refund 92% of the stolen money. The loans were voided. Daya restored access to my account and added 2-factor biometric checks I suggested in my original police report. I even got an official letter of thanks from the cyber division. It's framed above my desk. But don't think this story ends with a movie fade-out and a happy song. I still don't sleep properly. I still check every notification twice, sometimes 3 times. The fear doesn't go away, but now it's sharpened into something useful. They thought I was just another victim. They didn't realize they taught me how to become a hunter. So yeah, let this be a warning. Clicking the wrong link can wreck your life. Or it can light a fire in you that burns hot enough to bring down an empire of thieves. Just depends on what kind of person you are. Me? I don't trust the system anymore. But I became something worse than the system. I became the guy that hackers are now afraid of. I clicked a fake Daya link, lost my identity and money, and got dragged through hell. But I didn't stop. I tracked the hackers down, got them arrested, and helped uncover a massive cybercrime ring. My life isn't normal anymore, but now I sleep with a digital shotgun under my pillow.